So should I start the session? Type yes very quickly. Okay. So we begin the session. Let others join. Please everyone make your videos on. Very active in the chat box. It is a learning experience for you, for me, all of us. Uh, what is an inner child? Who is an inner child? What is inner child? Who is an inner child? I'll be sharing the PPT for this later on after the session. Because of some technical issues I can't share it right now. Again, very active in the chat box. Arpita, Raj, Yash Kumar, Ruhin, Pratna, Resham, Reena, Anchal, Prithumat, Ankita. All of your videos on please. Everyone's videos on please. What is inner child? Who is inner child? Ruhin, please repeat. I could not take your comment. Who is an inner child? What is an inner child? Okay, so I'm defining inner child as a small part of you. It's a very small part of you which is still immature. Sometimes people tell us you are a very immature person, you behave very immaturely. Sometimes we feel that we are very immature in certain manner. The innocence of a kid that we leave behind during the childhood. Very nice, Arpita. Thank you so much. Okay. So a part of you which is immature, okay, of like a small kid of a particular age, okay, that is okay, Ankita. So it is a small child inside you of a particular age. Yes, of a particular age. Sometimes it can be that of 3 years. Sometimes the child can be of 5 years. Okay. So thank you, Yash Kumar. Sometimes the child can be 10 years or a teenager. Okay. So this is a small part of you which is first is immature. Okay. Second is who feels unlovable, okay, who feels unworthy, who feels angry, who feels frustrated, who feels irritated, who feels unheard in many ways. This is a small part of you. Second is please be active, give your input. Second is it is a component which was never allowed to be a child in childhood and now comes up every now and then. So every now and then you become that small, tiny, immature kid, and you start throwing tantrums that you want a certain thing, you want it now, you want this to happen, you don't want this, you want things to happen your way. This is that immature self which was never allowed to be immature when there it was childhood. Okay, because childhood is meant to be immature. Childhood is meant to be yourself. Childhood is meant to behave in a certain way. Lack of practicality in adulthood is also immature. Yes, Ruhin. Okay. So this is an immature part of you. Okay. Third is it is a rebel who survived certain circumstances and now in a way has become a rebel or stubborn. What if such? I missed out that comment. Please repeat. Okay, it is a rebel. Okay, sometimes in the childhood we are exposed to certain circumstances where we have to rebel, where we have to stand up against injustice. Okay, but when we come into adulthood and such circumstances don't exist, we start finding out reasons to stand up against injustice. Sometimes we start painting a picture that we are always being left with injustice in our life. That is your inner child. Okay, Ankita's question or comment I missed. Okay, next is it can also be an idealistic dreamer. I mean, what if immature part of self in childhood was not allowed to be expressed? Yes, that is why we are talking about inner child. We are talking about the part which was not addressed in the childhood. Next is it is an idealistic. There are certain norms which the inner child wants to follow. There are certain set of rules. Okay, if it was allowed then you would never have an inner child which was active. Okay, everyone has an inner child which is in some people it is a very highlighting factor, some people it is not existent. Okay, so if you were allowed to be a child in your childhood, maybe your inner child right now does not exist or does not seek attention. So sometimes it's an sometimes it is an unrealistic part of us. Okay, it can be our needy clingy victim part which wants to be rescued. Okay, every time we want someone to rescue us, we sometimes we compulsorily make ourselves suffer so that we want someone to rescue us. Okay, we put ourselves in such circumstances where we want that people will rescue us. Next is a part which feels inadequate Okay, like a sinner. Some people feel like I am a sinner, I am guilty, whatever I do is wrong. Okay, God will punish me. Rigid, anxious, or a people pleaser, always wants to cling to people. People pleaser, can't say no, say yes to every person, and then in that process does not do what he or she wants to do in his or her life, and always is trying to please other people. Okay, a part of you which feels something is wrong with it. Okay, be active in the chat box. Yes, no, agree, disagree, questions, insights, please. Okay, now there are four kinds of inner child. If immature behavior is allowed still in adulthood, attention seeking behavior, then what could be reasons? Okay, so then reasons could be certain personality disorders. Okay, where people behave in a certain way, so there can be an underlying psychological disorder to it if the person was allowed in the childhood to be like that. But I if he or she is your sibling, then maybe you know everything about his childhood. Even then you don't know a lot about his or her childhood, but maybe you're talking about your partner or other person's partner who is such an individual, so chances are that we do not know everything about everyone's childhood. So there can be chances where he or she was not allowed to be a kid, but if it still happens, it could be a disorder also. Okay, there are four kinds of inner childs. First is abandonment. Okay, the child who is having an abandonment mood. Okay, I want Yash Kumar, Arpita, Ruhin Kaur, Raj, Prarthana, Ankita, Resham, Reena, HP, Neelam, Anchal, Ananya, and Anita, I want your replies, because if you are here in the session, I want people to be active here. Okay, not just sitting there and listening. This is a two-sided thing. I talk, you also talk. If I am wasting my energy from my throat, at least waste your energy from the keyboard. Okay. Abandonment. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Abandonment wound child. Okay, the abandonment child will feel left out. Okay, abandonment child will have fear of being alone. Okay, abandonment child will hate being alone. Abandonment child will be codependent, threaten to leave. Okay, threaten to leave. Okay, because the person does not want other people to leave, that is why the person himself or herself starts to threaten to leave. Okay, next is attract people. Okay, thank you. Attract emotionally unavailable people. Such a person will attract people who are emotionally unavailable. Second is an inner child which is governed by guilt. Okay, feel sorry or bad. Next is does not like to ask for things, because when he or she asks for things and get rejected, that is the feeling the child does not want to face, and maybe that feeling is what he or she faced in the childhood. Sometimes uses guilt to manipulate, because some people have a mechanism which they have learned over time, that if suppose I can use this guilt to manipulate other people. Is afraid to set boundaries, attract people who make them guilty. Okay, third is trust wound killed. Okay, is afraid to be hurt, does not trust self, find ways not to trust people, feels insecure, requires external validation, does not feel safe, attract people who don't feel safe. And fourth kind of neglect is neglect wound child, struggles to let things go, has low self worth, get angry easily, struggles to say no, represses the emotions, attracts people who don't appreciate them. Okay, how do you have an unhealed inner child? What are the reasons for having an unhealed inner child? Everyone participate, please. Reasons for having an inner child which is unhealed. Okay, abandonment part. How does it come in childhood? Okay, so I'll share one instance of my own client. Okay, a recent client where the girl feels the fear of abandonment. Okay, Raj has a very good input. Okay, the girl had a fear of abandonment because she was the second child and the first child could not survive, and the mother always used to connect the second child with the first child, and used to say that I hope my first child was also alive. You came into this world as a survival mechanism. So that is one of my client where she has a fear of abandonment because she's often compared with the first child who did not live long. Okay, who lived just for some months. How do you have an unhealed inner child? Reasons for having an unhealed or partially healed. Lots of depression in surrounding and at home. Very nice input. Due to other reasons, they could be of other type inner child as well. There are only four. Okay. See, with respect to definitions, there are four, but again, I'm telling you, there can be very different reasons. Suppression of emotions. Very nice, Yash Kumar. Okay, so I am counting the reasons. Please try to understand. Number one reason is you were told that it's not okay to have your own opinion. Very nice, Raj, rejection. You were taught that it's not okay to have your own opinion. Number one reason. Second is you were punished when acted or tried different things. You were punished. Third is you were discouraged from playing or having fun. Okay, you were judged when you wanted to have fun. Maybe just dance on a certain music or maybe just play around with something. You are not allowed to show. You all can connect. Yes, yes, very nice, Puneet. You can all relate yourself with this inner child. I am also relating myself with this inner child. Did something like this happen with you with respect to the parenting part? Okay, you are not allowed to show strong emotions. Very nice, Arpita. You are not allowed to show strong emotions like anger, joy, and sadness. Yes, thank you, Anita. Behave like responsible adult. Next is you were beaten or abused. Okay, then you can have an unhealed inner child. Next is you are not given hugs, kisses, cuddles, and physical affection. This is number one reason which I feel where I had a client. Okay, how do we know one needs inner child healing? Yes, yes, we are coming to it. We are progressing towards that part. Uh, I had a client, a woman who is aged 28 and who got married to a guy through an arranged marriage, and she got married because somewhere inside her she felt that she missed the hugs, kisses, cuddles, physical affection, and she wanted to fulfill that from the partner. And unfortunately, the partner was not present even after marriage for all of these things. Was very busy in the work, and then she was left depressed because of this. So. If in the childhood you have been deprived of hugs, kisses, cuddles, physical affection also, then this part of your inner child will be always looking for something like this in mature relationships, maybe in other relationships. Okay, more reasons for lack of physical affection counts hugely. Thank you, Arpita. A very nice input. Some more reasons are parents often overreacted to minor things. You did something very minor and they overreacted. Next is parents were not empathetic. Okay, they did not show empathy when they required to. Okay, parents were not emotionally close. Maybe they were working professional, not physically close, not emotionally close. You were maybe in a crash or you were maybe in a play school, and you could not get the time from your parents. Okay, because of any XYZ reasons. Okay, this is not all intentionally. Yes, generation gap is also one reason where the parents feel that something what they are doing or their rules are right, equal in all. Yes, what they are doing are right, and what the child is trying to do, if it is something new, they will reject everything. Not showing attention, sympathy, affection, except for sickness, lack of attention and appreciation. Very nice, Reena, very nice input. Parents were black and white thinkers. Okay, Anita, what if parents are giving some time? Would that also lead to inner child issues? Okay, now if Anita, the time given by parents, even if it is 30 minutes in a day, is a very quality time. It is an undivided attention, okay, given to the child. Okay, that is only you and the child. Then it will not have such issues. It will, chances are the child will not have such issues. But if you, even if you are given input is good, then output is good. Even if you are giving 2 hours to the child, but you are giving those 2 hours to the child, giving him a mobile or a toy to play with, and it's not one to one, it's not communication, it's not playing with the child, it's not understanding the child, then it could lead to these issues. If parents are black and white thinkers, okay, right, wrong, good, bad, okay, it is a sin, it is a good thing, okay, then also this can happen. But success, achievements never mattered to them. Okay, sometimes students, they get maybe 75 marks, 80 marks, and the neighbor gets 90 marks, and then they compare. If your success is not appreciated, very nice, Puneet, spending precious time is very important. If your success is not appreciated, is not celebrated, even if it was less marks, even if it was number 3 in a certain race, and if you are not appreciated, it could lead to inner child unhealed issues. Yes, please be very active. Okay, how to reparent your inner child? Yes, compassion with comparison. Okay, ruins. Comparison is unnecessary. Very nice, Puneet. Puneetha Jyoti. Very nice. Dominating siblings. Okay, yes. Now, with respect to dominating siblings, when there is a do and don't and comparison between that. Okay, your brother is a good performer, or a brother is a good speaker, or your brother is good at arts, or maybe sports, or maybe certain subjects. Why don't you do like him? Or he is not fussy about eating. Such kind of comparison between siblings can also lead to unhealed inner child. Tell me how to reparent your inner child. Some ways to reparent your inner child. Reparent again. So you are an adult, you are 20, 25, 30, 40, 60-year old, and there is an inner child inside you. How will you become a parent to this inner child, and how will you reparent? Sit back with own emotion. Okay. How to reparent your inner child? Again, reparent your inner child, because your child has not grown up. You have grown up. You are 20, 25, 35, 45, 50. Your child is maybe 5, 7, 10. Find where I do the thing by becoming the master of my own life. Very nice, Arpita. Arpita has just landed on uh, the bullseye, but we will go step by step. Okay, accept every small emotion one comes up. Okay, now number doing what inner child wants. Okay, very nice, Yash Kumar. Very nice input. Okay, now what Yash Kumar is telling is that do what your inner child wants to do, but sometimes the inner child also wants to get hold of some pleasures. Okay, which is not healthy pleasures. Okay, is it important that problems arise only when there are problems in childhood, or problems? I missed out the remaining comment because it just went away. Please repeat the remaining comment. Okay, so okay, the programming part of childhood. Okay, now what happens is that, what is childhood? Whenever you require support from your parents or your guardians, that is called childhood. Okay, some people's childhood has also continued till their teenage, where their or problems in adulthood would also lead to later. Okay, now what happens is that problems in adulthood are also associated with problems in childhood. So there is always a connection. People who have always had this lack of attention from their parents or their siblings or higher authorities have been in this zone before in some way. So that is being carried forward. The guilt has been carried forward, and because of this guilt, they start functioning in a different way. Number one way, release the blame. Very, yes, very accurately pay attention to whatever I'm saying. It's very important. How to reparent your inner child step by step. Step number one, release the blame. The behavior of your parents, the behavior of your parents is a reflection of their own emotional wounds, not bad intentions. Okay, again, the behavior of your parents, whatever the behavior was, is a reflection of their own emotional wounds, not bad intentions. Agree, disagree, any input? Yes, release the blame and accept. Okay, accept that. Yes, so you have to work on journaling this and forgiving. Yes, you have to work on journaling this and then forgiving your parents. First of all, forgiving your, yes, forgiving your biological parents about whatever they did is not intentionally. Maybe they did not have knowledge about parenting, positive parenting. Maybe they did not have knowledge about do's and don'ts of parenting. Maybe they acted out of their own insecurities, own guilt, own family issues, or relationship issues, issues with their partner, okay, issues with their in-laws, okay, financial issues. So you have to forgive first of all your parents, because it is because of their own emotional wounds, not it's not intentional or bad intention. Second is, create self-care habits. Okay, we have issues because we never saw adult doing it. Sometimes we do not want to do something, we want to be careless because we saw our adults or parents being careless. Parenting self is about creating new, useful, good habits for ourselves. Start creating good habits. This is step number 2 for yourself. Third is, give yourself everything what your parents were unable to give. Okay, maybe your parents were unable to give you hug, love, care, respect, affection. Start giving yourself these things to child itself. Yes, Puneet, Jyoti is right, but what happens is that in our educational system, okay, in schools, okay, there are no lectures for parents with respect to parenting do's and don'ts, for them to understand what they have to do, what they have to avoid. So usually parents do instinctive parenting. Okay, what they have learned from their parents, what they have learned from the neighbors, what they have learned from their uncle, aunties, etc., etc. Whatever they have absorbed from different people, they do that kind of parenting, and that is why the result is it's not stable. So if there is parenting education, okay, in schools, yes. So if there is parenting education in schools for parents in the very childhood, okay, maybe it's just when your child gets admission into the first or second standard, then it can help the parents get insight of what is right or wrong. Very nice, Arpita. Arpita is very right that child psychology, yes, child psychology should be included in the syllabus of parents of students. Yes. Yes, it is possible to heal this, but the longer the inattention continues, okay. See, I have seen people, maybe teenagers who have, okay. So thank you, Puneet. So I have had a client again start teaching from home. I have had a client who was a teenager guy who is just 14 to 15 years, okay. Now if such a person comes with inner child healing issues, it is slightly easier to heal when compared to an adult who is 40-year-old or 50-year-old and having inner child issues. So the longer time you delay it, the more time it will take to get healed. It will get healed surely, but it will take more time to get healed, more sessions to get healed, more effort from the client to get healed. Okay, now reparenting, techniques of reparenting. Ask yourself what you have to ask yourself. Whenever you have a thought, okay, whenever you have a thought, whenever you have a feeling associated with the thought, and whenever you plan to do an action, does parenting style would differ according to children? See, yes, parenting child, see again, if child is having some, there are people, some children, uh, yes, who have ADHD, okay, which is a disorder, okay, then the parenting approach changes, it is highly. But if you are bringing up children who have no issues at all, okay, and then you can apply parenting styles, maybe authoritarian parenting or maybe authoritative, okay, you can apply different kinds of parenting. Okay, what you have to ask yourself, children must be given enough creative freedom. Yes, Arpita says right, you have to give freedom to children, because when you are giving them open canvas, then they can paint wonders. But if you give them uh, do's and don'ts and blacks and white, and they will be very restricted. Act accordingly to act is better in this world. Thank you, Puneet is giving very nice inputs every now and then. You have to ask yourself whenever you get a thought, yes, play. Whenever you get a thought, whenever you get a feeling associated, whenever you feel like doing some action, ask, is this action harmful or helpful to who I want to be in the future? Do not ask that, is this helpful or harmful for my parents or the other person or an XYZ person? No. Is this action harmful or helpful to who I want to be in the future? Okay, ask yourself how you want to be. Next is use an affirmation. Okay, too much of anything is good for nothing, so give all things with positive motive and not negative. Thank you so much, Puneet. Uh, Use this affirmation, I am my own responsibility. Everyone, I want just for 30 seconds, close your eyes. 30 seconds, close your eyes. Okay, even I'm closing my eyes. 30 seconds, close your eyes. I am my own responsibility. I am my own responsibility. I have a new responsibility to create life on my own terms. Close your eyes and listen to this and repeat this. I am my own responsibility. I am my own responsibility. I have a new responsibility to create life on my own terms. To create life on my own terms. Okay, open your eyes. You have to play, because maybe you missed out on playing in your childhood, and that inner child wants to play in a certain way. What is that playing? Go in the park, play. Sit on the swing, play. Okay, sit on the slide, play. Okay, go to a water park, play. Go to the gym and play. uh, Sit in your living room, put down your music and then dance. Okay, cycle if you want to cycle. Okay, play whatever you want to play, whatever you want to play. If you find, okay, how would people react to this? Sit alone in a certain place and play whatever you want to play, any game which you miss out on playing, start playing that game. The inner child wants to play, and learn to say no. Okay, we are going to again understand how to say no. Again, I am unable to see videos of Raj, Yash Kumar, Ruhin, Anita, Prarthna, Resham, Reena, Neelam. Would kindly advise to on your videos. Okay. Next is when to say no and how to not to say no. Okay. Not no issues if you are having network issues. Saying no is very difficult. Okay. I will share a video after this. Okay, kindly ping me on WhatsApp or on the group. I will send you a video on how to say no. If you have not watched that video, I will share how to say no to people. I will share this video. Okay, always say no only for one thing. Only say no only for one thing. Okay, what is that no? For hurting someone through your actions or words. For hurting someone through your actions or words, you can ask for an apology. Now I am listing you 20 reasons you have to not say no. Okay, you should not apologize for these reasons at all. 20 reasons you will never apologize. Don't apologize for saying no. Don't apologize for saying no, for being strong, for being different, for being unique, for wanting something, for asking questions, for not knowing how to do something, for not understanding. Okay, Zoom is going to end the session in 10 minutes. We will rejoin again. If you want to continue the session and you want to go to the guided meditation at the end, please rejoin the session after 10 minutes when Zoom discontinues the session. You will not apologize for being good at something. You will not apologize for learning and growing. Don't apologize for listening to your needs. Don't apologize for being honest. Don't apologize for meeting someone new. Don't apologize for loving yourself. Don't apologize for loving someone else. Don't apologize for being brave. Don't apologize for being bold. Don't apologize for setting your priorities in your life. Don't apologize for creating a life you desire. Don't apologize for your choices. Don't apologize for taking a stand your ground. Don't apologize for being yourself. Never ever apologize for these things. Only apologize when you have genuinely committed a mistake and you want to seek apology for someone for a mistake you have done, hurting someone through your actions or words. Okay. Any questions, insights? Yes, no, please. I want the video on. Okay, Purnima, again, if you are, I had shared my number also, and there is a WhatsApp group there. I will be sharing that video in the WhatsApp group. If not, please join the WhatsApp group. Okay. Ask me any questions now, then we are going to proceed at the guided meditation in the next Zoom session. Any questions to ask? After Zoom disconnects and we join again, we are going to do, does inner child issues affect in creating life goals? Okay. Okay, Arpita, what happens is that a person with unhealed inner child issues, as we learned about that person, has lack of self-love. Okay, is always mostly feeling guilty, is sorry for things which he or she has not done, is always a people pleaser. Now such a person will always put the other person first rather than himself or herself, will always want to please the other person, will always want to be in synchronized with the other person, will always want to ask the other person, should I do this, don't do this, is this right or wrong for me, give me insights, will always ask for advice which is unwanted. Okay, so it becomes highly difficult for such a person to carve his or her own life. Whenever this person tries to achieve a goal or does goal setting and even tries to achieve a goal or maybe even achieves a goal, he never feels to appreciate himself or herself. He does not get that appreciation for others. So he is not motivated to achieve goals. For you to be motivated to achieve goals, first is there should be self-love. There should be external validation that is there, but you cannot completely depend on external validation. So if you have that validation from inside, whatever I'm doing is right. Okay, whatever are my goals, I will always pursue those goals. You will always overcome your hurdles. But a person who is lacking self-love, who is a people pleaser, who is having that inner child who is fearful of taking risk, fear of rejection, fear of abandonment, will never do something different, will always avoid doing something differently. Okay, any questions? Zoom will end the session soon. We will join back again for the guided meditation. Any questions? Please elaborate on positive. Okay, I missed out Yash Kumar. But child always need. I missed out two comments. Okay, I'm coming to Yash Kumar first, then the other person will write the comment. Okay, Yash Kumar asked me about positive child of inner child healing. Okay, of unhealed inner child, dominating siblings even in present. What does that mean? Need for healing. I'll share the PPT in the WhatsApp group. All of you are requested to join the WhatsApp group, which I shared along with the link in the Facebook post. Okay. Okay, a positive side of inner child. Okay, if it is in a very small amount, very small amount, where now I would say a positive inner child is that where you are allowed to be a child in your childhood and you choose to be a child in your adulthood. Okay, maybe I go out, there are rains and I want to enjoy in the rain. It's not that you never got wet in the rains in your childhood. You just want to enjoy rains because as a child also you enjoyed getting wet in the rains. So this kind of a balanced approach, if it is followed in your childhood, this can act as a stress buster for you. Okay, I'm talking about an inner child which is healed, which is completely healed. An unhealed inner child will always create problems. But if the child is healed and you have got, yes, if you have got things in the past in your childhood and you want to experience those same things for your pleasure, for your happiness, for your joy, then this acts as a cope up mechanism, as a mechanism to make you happy in your times of stress. Okay, maybe you dance as a child when you were small and now whenever you listen to music you feel like dancing. So there is no void here. Okay, it's not that because you did not get to be a child and you are doing this thing, you are doing it because you already love it. So this is a part of your inner child which is an healed part which should be present. Okay, because at all times we cannot be serious about the issues in life, the stress in life. So many things are happening in the relationship, financial front, COVID-19, so many things. So if there is an inner child now, what we can do is we can start painting, start dancing. Okay, we can start playing some games which is giving me inner joy. This is not to heal, this is just because it is a part of me which is still there. This is the positive part of inner child, healed inner child, not unhealed inner child. We will join back again when Zoom disconnects. If away from negative bypass speaking people and hurting people, who is jealous? I have again have to get that insight. I missed that question, was very fast. Any question, insights? Again, you have to click the same link and you will rejoin. Same link. Yes, hypnosis can be used to heal the inner child. Hypnosis session helps, and very possible what I'm going to do is next week I'm going to record an inner child healing hypnosis session. Most probably, if I get time, I'll be sharing that on the WhatsApp group. It will be a long recording, maybe 15 to 20 minutes long. It is specifically inner child healing. But today also we are going to do a very small part in the form of guided meditation at the end of the session. Any questions, please? Join back with the same link again on Zoom. Questions for me, insights for me, educate me in some way, and then we can proceed to the guided meditation. Okay. Okay, some more examples. Okay, Anita, why don't you give some examples and then we can have discussions? What if we do hypnosis, then many emotions come up? How do you chalk down only emotions that you want to deal with? Okay. See, what happens is that hypnosis is not one session thing. Okay, you have to commit to certain number of. How do we know a person needs inner child healing? Okay, yes. I think Reshma, you missed out on the beginning of the session where we discussed about this thing: who needs inner child healing, and why do you need? Maybe I will share the recording with you. Okay. Okay, hypnosis is about a set of sessions. Okay, maybe some people require 5, some people require 10, and in the first session, like how abandonment or rejection in adulthood is linked with inner child. Like I again missed with more concrete. I missed that comment. Okay, so hypnosis, you have to be consistent, and what happens is that when there are certain emotions which come out which are not required, we follow the next session and we try to get rid of those emotions, and then we proceed to the inner child healing. It's not like we will open up the emotions and we will keep those at uh, completely ready to kind of come up in your mind as thoughts. We will first chalk out those emotions, and then we will get rid of those emotions in subsequent session, and then come back to the inner child healing. We want to deal with the inner child alone, one to one, not with a lot of issues around it. So the Zoom will be ending the session, and then we will join again. Yes, there are a lot. Yes, yes. See, again, I'm telling you, always there is no other choice than forgiving your parents, because just understand, maybe it's 2020 right now, and your parents were born in an era which is 1960 or 1945, 1950, and that time there is nothing called as parenting. There is just one parenting. There is just one parenting which is called intuitive parenting, which the parents follow from their forefathers and your grandfathers, grandmothers. So they are not at fault specifically, because there is no education at that time with respect to healthy parenting, positive parenting. So we cannot really blame them. Okay, we can just go to them and write down our feelings and tell them how you feel with the unhealed child. You can go to them, you can hug them, you can give them acceptance, and then you have to just forgive them. That is the only thing you can do with respect to your parents, because you can't keep that burden inside you. You can't always stop hating your parents. Lesson makes us, but taking a lesson makes us feel good, because so again we are waiting for some people to join back again so that we can start. Yash Kumar has connected, Anita has connected, Punitha Joshi has connected. So we are going to wait for other participants to connect again, so that we are going to take more questions, and then we are going to do this guided meditation. Okay, Punitha, Reena, Yashkumar, Prarthana, Anita have joined. Arpita has joined. Okay, again coming back to questions. Okay, very quickly, 10 minutes we are taking questions, and then we are going to the healing guided meditation about inner child, and in the next week I'm going to share a full hypnosis session about the same. One like, yes, one by one ask questions, so that we can't blame child or parent, as they have different background. Yes, Punitha Jyoti, very true. And also, how we can know that what is the unhealed part. Okay, I'm coming back to the unhealed part. Okay, here. Okay, we spoke about the unhealed parts. Those are the four parts. Again, pay attention. If you close your eyes and ask yourself, am I, if there is an unhealed part inside me, okay, am I living my life with the fear of abandonment? Is this the bigger fear in me? Okay, then you have to ask yourself questions. Okay, am I running my life in being guilty? Okay, am I constantly under guilt in making decisions of my life? You have to ask yourself, do I have trust issues with people? Do I have difficulty in trusting people or making new friends, or I feel insecure? Maybe in a relationship I get very possessive. Okay, I do not want people to come near my partner or talk to them. Okay, I don't trust myself on the other person. Okay, I suspect other people. Okay, then there are trust issues. Okay, then neglect issues. Okay, so do you feel that people often neglect you? People don't see you. People don't hear you. Do you feel that you are unheard by a lot of people? Do you feel you have to use anger to attract the attention towards other people? Some people use anger to attract their attention to themselves. So you have to ask yourself all these questions. Suspicion is Yes, is useless. So Yash Kumar, I will be sharing the PPT with you also. In those four categories, there are certain attributes which are written. So if you compare yourself, that are you acting out of those attributes? Okay, so you will know that there is a particular part of you which could be unhealed. Any questions? Just five. In what ways does inner child interfere with? Yes, Reena Dave, very nice input. See, one big reason, one very big reason to actually heal your inner child is that because you don't want to do injustice to your own children, okay, knowingly, unknowingly, intentionally, unintentionally. You don't want to do injustice to your own children, because what happens is that unhealed inner child usually becomes an unhealed parent, because that is maybe could be your parents, okay, maybe your parents, their parents did certain thing and they were unhealed, and maybe then you are an unhealed child, so it keeps on passing, okay, generation after generation. So if you really want to do something great about your kids, if you heal your inner child, that is going to actually make your parenting much easier. And because you have acknowledgement that okay, maybe I have these issues, there are chances that it becomes very easier for you to do parenting due to environment situation, not much about childhood upbringing. Okay, I want you to share me some inputs about the environment. What kind of environment? Where is this environment? Is the school environment? Is this environment among your relatives? What kind of environment? And give me very small example of where environment could affect in inner child healing. Give me an example of environment. What can you call environment? Yash Kumar, again I would want you to repeat. I again missed out the other comment. Yash Kumar, please repeat. Future ways. I want keep my future ways open. I don't want to choose specific way. So some can you explain me slightly simple language? What do you mean by future ways? I missed out one more comment from someone because people are actually writing too fast. 5 minutes more questions. We are going to do this inner child healing guided meditation, which you will really like. Child from our own place is needed. Yes, very nice, Puneet. Environment. Like if parents are going through financial. Okay. Yes, financial issues. Okay. Suppose now financial issues is going to be on a we could actually divide it into different parts. Okay, what kind of financial inputs? Okay, uh, when we talk about childhood trauma, one big reason of childhood trauma is actually very intense poverty. Okay, if you are talking about poverty where you are unable to get a meal for your children, or they are unable to get those meals and have very minimum basic requirements, then yes, it will affect. But if you're talking about your child needs a video game or a PS2 or some luxury phone or some things which he or his maybe friends have, then that does not count in the environment. Yes, Punitha Jyoti has a very nice input that you have to communicate face to face very honestly with your children, that what is your family like, what are your values, how what was your struggle, how much did you struggle to get into this current job or business, or how much efforts you have made, and when compared to other children, other families, how much can you spend, what is your spending power. Yes, if you discuss this openly, then your children will not have those expectations, unrealistic expectations. Like I can't choose a specific field in psychology like counseling, industrial. I want to do something general. Yash Kumar, okay. Okay, see, now Yash Kumar, I don't know if we could link this to your unhealed inner child, but everything can't be linked to an unhealed inner child. There could be certain things there, but here there could be an confusion inside you about your own abilities. Maybe you have not explored your own abilities. Maybe you go to a career counselor and take a career assessment test, or maybe an interest test, or personality test, or maybe a skill test, or maybe value system test, where you come to know what exactly you like, what you don't like, what are your subjects of interest. Then you can link this, yes, to your issue, and then maybe you can get more insights. Maybe it could not be connected to your inner child thing. That is possible. This is more of a decision making, like you are unable to make decisions. You are unaware of your strengths and weaknesses. You are unaware of your value system. Okay, that is more about lack of awareness about self. So get updated, update yourself more about, get more aware about yourself. Then you could make a decision about what part of psychology you want to choose. If I missed out on some questions, please copy paste and repeat. If I'm missing out on questions, because the screen is going very quickly. What are other ways to heal inner child apart from hypnosis? Okay. See, so why do we use hypnosis? First of all, why do we use hypnosis? When people tell me other ways than hypnosis, it means they are maybe afraid of hypnosis, or maybe they have misconceptions or myths about hypnosis. But I'm going to talk about why hypnosis. Hypnosis is just your altered state of consciousness, where I can communicate to you certain things which I can also communicate to you across table. I can sit with my client across the table chair and I can tell him, okay, please be aware of your feelings, please be aware of your thoughts, please start playing, please forgive your parents, please do this, please do that. I can tell this, but he or she will say, sir, I can't do this. I tried this, I am unable to do this, I am unable to journal, I am unable to write, I am unable to forgive my parents, I am unable to do anything. So what comes is that the person's suggestibility is low. The person is unable to express. The person is unable to actually implement the changes which I have given him or her. So such kind of person, when you use hypnosis as a tool to communicate that in the subconscious level, it becomes slightly easier for that person to actually do things. So some people without hypnosis also, if they come for a session for counseling or life coaching and I tell them certain things, they start following the next day. I tell them start exercising, this, go running in the morning. I tell them follow a balanced diet, they change their diet plan. I tell them don't get angry, when you get angry do certain things, they do that. Deepest thought, it means that suppose habit, okay, I'm talking here about habit. If you form an habit to always be guilty, then it will take time to break. If you form an habit to always be victimized, you will take time to heal. Okay, if you form an habit to always say yes to all of the people, then it will take time. If you have formed an habit over years, so generally it will take a lot of sessions for you to overcome that habit. So sometimes we do it quickly by the way of hypnosis. And one of you also asked, how long hypnosis is going to be beneficial. Hypnosis is not like I go there in your mind and I change certain aspects of your mind, or maybe I am reprogramming your mind, or maybe I'm deleting something in your mind, or maybe I am putting something in your mind. No, it is already there. Whatever is there is already there. It is just about creating awareness. Hypnosis is just helping you be aware, being more conscious, be more awake, in an awake state most of the time. So we, whatever actions we do is mostly we do out of our habits, whatever we are, like our comfort zone. So it can help you come out of your comfort zone. That is where we use hypnosis. Why do we follow patterns we didn't like in our parents and siblings with our children? Okay. See, what happens is that this is because maybe our parents always were dominant, okay, and we always used to give into their demands. Okay, now what happens is that children also want to be dominant sometimes, children also want to have control sometimes, children also want to have their way, and you are not allowed to have this way. Now if you have an unhealed inner child, what happens is that you want to experience that dominance in some way. There is no other simple way than to experiment this on your children, because they will instantly listen to you. So maybe this is a selfish thing where you want to try. Arpita, please repeat your comments after 5 minutes. This is a selfish thing where we want to heal ourselves by making the other person suffer. Maybe because we feel like the healing part is very difficult, or we don't want to go towards healing our inner child. So we become selfish, like we want to get that dominance, we want to get all that we did not get through our children. So we need to be aware, are we acting selfish? Yeah, now that is happening subconsciously, Arpita. Sometimes I don't. Yes, sometimes Arpita, Reena, you repeat later on. Sometimes I say I don't want to. I don't want to. Puneet, also please repeat your comment later on. I'm answering Arpita. Sometimes I say, I don't want to smoke. Smoking is injurious to health. I read all the time. I don't want to drink. I don't want to be a wife abuser. I don't want to talk loudly to my children. I don't want to get angry. I don't want to behave like this. But I am unable to control. We often say this when we go to a psychologist, psychiatrist, to a counselor. We say, I don't want to do. I did not want to hit my wife, but I hit my wife. I did not want to abuse her, but I did this. I did not want to behave in a certain way. I did not want to get angry with my parents, but I did this. Now, this is happening subconsciously. That is what hypnosis comes into place, where we are going to target the subconscious section, where we are not having immense control. Others, please, questions. Again, only 5 minutes for questions, then we are doing this guided meditation. Only 5 minutes for questions, please. And very slowly. Okay. Hypnosis. Okay, what is trance now? Now let me, because some of the terms are very much. I have made a video on my YouTube channel. Please be a part of the WhatsApp group. I will be sharing all of it there. Okay. In there, I have shared a video about misconceptions about hypnotherapy. You should really watch that video. Misconceptions about hypnotherapy. Now, what is trance? Okay, when suppose you are meditating. Okay, whatever I'm missing, you repeat later on, people. Okay, suppose you are meditating and you are going to your inside your inner self. You are connecting with your yes, with your consciousness, your subconsciousness. Okay, and when you have no connect with the outer world. Okay, trance is like, maybe even if you sit in the mandir, masjid, gurudwara, church, and there are prayers going on, you close your eyes and you are completely submerged in those prayers. You don't have any knowledge about where you are sitting, okay, and how much time has already passed. That is also called trance. Okay, that kind of we could say stage. Okay, now the same kind of trance is experienced during hypnosis. Okay, it's just a meditative state. I will even go to the extent of saying that hypnosis is only kind of a meditative state. It is a meditative state where the other person is guiding you into that state of meditation. People will actually remember everything which happened in the hypnosis session. They will remember each and everything. There is nothing that we are going to make the person forget the feelings or forget the fear. No, it is usually about acceptance of the fears, acceptance of what is wrong inside you, and then trying to correct it. So it is not something which is okay, it is not something which is magic, or maybe something out of the box. It is actually, anyone can hypnotize anyone. Okay, anyone can do hypnosis to anyone if they are trained in that. Anyone, there is no specific person who will be able to do hypnosis. Okay, so I have shared 2 videos of hypnotherapy on my YouTube channel. Make sure to watch that. Just 2 to 3 minutes. Questions, please. Okay, Puneet Joshi, I could not get your answer. Okay, reincarnation means to be born again. That is what I mean from reincarnation. Rejuvenating, I feel rejuvenating means to feel fresh. Okay, I could not understand the link between both of them and hypnosis. Again, 2 3 minutes only, and then meditation. Just 2 3 minutes. Very quickly, questions, please. Yes, please be a part of. I shared my WhatsApp group link where you got this post on Facebook. Please be a part of that group. I will be sharing all of the resources, this PPT, the guided meditation, the hypnosis videos, everything I'll share there. Okay, Anita, does hypnosis work for all? Okay, now Anita, there are people. You do a suggestibility test. Okay, when you go. Yes, anytime, but not when you are driving or you are doing something which needs your attention. Any place, no. You have to do it in a very peaceful place where there are not lot of people around. Where you are in that lying down in a certain place. That is the ideal place. Don't do it while driving or walking or running, or maybe listen to it when you are doing something which is hazardous to you. Okay, take care of the safety measures while listening to any hypnosis audios online. Okay, someone asked me, can everyone be hypnotized? Okay, now we do a suggestibility test before an hypnosis session to know what is the level of suggestibility of the person, and we can increase the suggestibility to some level. Okay. Okay, nothing happens. Punitha Jyoti, nothing will happen if the hypnosis session stops in the between. You will just get up and you will just walk to your house. Okay, nothing is. I will not carry my client on the stretcher. Nothing is going to happen if you get up in the middle of hypnosis session. See, now again, I'm answering the question that suggestibility test means how suggestible, how much you have logic or rationalism in place. Okay, some people are very much logical and rational who will always try not to get into the hypnotic state or trance. They will always try to stop from their mind from following the instructions. So it is difficult to hypnotize such people. Okay, now there are two things. I'm taking just 1 minute. There are two things. One is hypnotherapy. One is hypnotism. Two are different. One is hypnotherapy, which is used for healing, which we are talking about. Second is, yes, counseling can help. Second is stage hypnotism. You have seen a person who is sitting on a certain chair, other person he is putting a hand on his head and saying, when I count from 1 to 10, you get relaxed in a deeper state of relaxation. Again, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and you are getting into a deep state of relaxation. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and again you get into a state of relaxation. 1, 2, and he is going to again repeating all these words. You saw certain videos about hypnotherapy. This is not hypnotherapy. This is called stage hypnotism. Okay, and in stage hypnotism, most of the time you have already communicated all these things with your client before the session. Okay, this is a kind of inducing, and it is used for showcase purposes. It is like a trick kind of thing which is used. This is never used for any kind of healing or hypnotherapy. This is called stage hypnotism. You can compare it with tricks of a circus. That is different. That is not any therapy. You cannot do anything with that. Yes, logic. Why? Because you have to use imagination. Because suppose you are sitting in a room and I tell you, imagine that you are sitting in a garden, and imagine that there are trees around you, and you are listening to a waterfall, and you are doing this. So how will you be able to imagine all of these without letting go of your logic and rationality? So if you let go of both of these things, then it is possible. Just 1 minute. Any questions? Okay, close your eyes, everyone. Questions later on. Close your eyes, everyone. Everyone, close your eyes. Everyone, close your eyes. No cheating, please. I want all of you to close your eyes. Focus on your breathing. Focus on your inhalation and exhalation. Focus on your inhalation and exhalation. Just listen to my voice and focus on your inhalation and exhalation. Inhale very deeply and exhale very deeply. Now I will count from 1 to 10. I will count from 1 to 10. When I count from 1 to 10, you will go into a more deeper state of relaxation, where 10 is the deepest state of relaxation. Wherever you are sitting, just focus on my voice and try to go into a deeper state of relaxation. I will count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, going more deeper and deeper, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now you are into a more deep state of relaxation. Feel yourself getting smaller in age as I count from 1 to 10. Again, I will count from 1 to 10. As I count from 1 to 10, whatever is your current age, maybe you are 25, 35, 45, 65, 20, 18, try to go backwards in a smaller state of you to a child state of you. You could get to a age which could be 3 years or 5 years or 10 years. Keep going down. I count again from 1 to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Begin to see your child self in front of you. I repeat, begin to see your child self in front of you. That child self, your inner child, is playing with something. He or she can be playing in the house, in the backyard, or in the garden. You can see that child playing with something. Your child could be 5 years of age, 10 years of age, 2 years of age, any age. You can see this child, your inner child, a smaller version of you, an innocent version of you in front of you. Walk up to this child and say hello. Please say hello to this inner child smilingly. Have a smiling face and say hello to your inner child. Look into the inner child's eyes. What do you see? Look into your inner child's eyes. What do you see? Do you see curiosity, shyness, excitement? Do you see guilt? Does your inner child want you to hug you? Then hug your inner child. If your inner child want to shake hands with you, then shake hand with the inner child. If the inner child does not want anything, just blink your eyes for approval. Ask your inner child, I repeat, ask your inner child, a smaller version of you, what do you need the most? What do you need the most? Your inner child may respond to you verbally or through gestures, actions, nod, or eyes depending on his or her age. Allow your inner child space and opportunity to communicate what they need the most. Let your inner child feel acceptance, feel heard, feel seen, feel loved, feel appreciated. Tell the child how much you love him or her. Tell your inner child how much you love him or her. Tell your inner child how much you love him or her. How much you care for him, her. How, if your inner child allows you to hug or cuddle you, please hug your inner child. Use some affirmations right now for yourself. Tell this. Yes, tell this to your inner child. Say these things to your inner child. Welcome to the world. I have been waiting to hold you. I will stay here and support you. I love you just the way you are. I am glad you are here. I want to take care of you. I want to spend time with you. I want to hear your thoughts and feelings. Tell your inner child this. It is okay to feel scared, anxious, angry. Yes, it is completely okay. It is okay to be yourself. You are allowed to say no. You are so special to me. You have so much to offer the world. I believe in you and I will protect you against any harm. Tell your child, give your child acceptance, love, hugs. Give your child, inner child, as much as love as possible. Promise your inner child that you will take care of it and love it and accept it at all times. Tell your inner child you will accept it, love it, and accept it all the times and take care of it. And as your connection with the inner child is complete, you slowly want to come back and drift to the present. Very slowly, I will count from 10 to 1. I will count from 10 to 1 very slowly, being there 10 to 1. You will come into a wakeful state. Don't open your eyes, keep it closed, and when I count from 10 to 1, you will slowly come into the present. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keeping your eyes closed, again bring back your presence into your breath. Inhale and exhale deeply. Inhale and exhale and focus on your breath. I will want all of you after the session that please journal your experience, write it on the piece of paper, any insights which you get about your inner child, any needs of your inner child which you want to fulfill. Again, I will count from 5 to 1 and then slowly open your eyes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very slowly open your eyes. Okay, so I want any one of you to share your experience. So before you do this, I am going to say that hypnosis is something similar to this. What happens is that we did this very abruptly. With respect to hypnosis, there is a 10 to 15 minutes of induction. What is called induction is that inducing the sleep state or inducing the trance state. So now we did this guided meditation instantly sitting in our places, but when we do hypnosis, there is a 10 minutes or 15 minutes of induction state where you induce the person into that sleep state or trance state so that he gets into actually a very deeper state of relaxation. So at that moment, when I give that person suggestions, the suggestions will actually be absorbed and will be accepted by that person and will be also implemented in the future. Any experience sharing? Any questions, guys? Arpita, Anita, Yash Kumar, any questions? Reena, Raj, Prarthana. Okay, so this I again hypnosis is something very different, but it is a very deep state of relaxation. Any questions? Just 5-10 minutes before we end. Any questions with respect to inner child healing? Uh, yes, it was very fast, Anita, because this is a guided meditation. We have to also respect the time here. A hypnosis session with an inner child will be more than 25 to 30 minutes. The thing which we have done right now in 4 to 5 minutes, 4 to 5 minutes is going to happen in around 25 to 30 minutes. That is okay, Arpita. It is very okay. See, it's very common to get distracted when you are sitting down on a chair. When you are lying down and you know that it's you only and the therapist only with you, then it becomes very different. Okay, just 5 minutes, we are ending the session. Okay, recover from it. After 5 minutes, drink a glass of warm water. Your headache will go. Don't drink now. After 5 minutes, drink a glass of warm water or green tea. Your headache will go. Just 5 minutes and questions, and we are ending. Please be a part of the WhatsApp group, so I'm sharing all of the stuff there. Any questions? Just 5 minutes, Anita, Arpita. Should we address issue of different age of childhood differently? Yes. See, sometimes you have to verbally communicate. Okay. Sometimes you have to communicate with hugs and kisses, cuddles, gestures. Okay. Sometimes you have inner child healing required at different levels. Some people have constantly going on an unhealed child, so maybe sometimes you want needs of your teenage to be fulfilled or needs of your childhood or maybe at the time of your birth. Okay, some people who do not get fed by their mothers also, they feel that clinginess towards the opposite sex. Okay, some people who are not breastfed also. Okay, that also happens. Any questions? Just 2 to 3 minutes, then we are ending. See, yes. See, because it becomes difficult because we have layers of events in our life. Yes, yes, yes. The clinginess. See, again, there is a stage in child development which is called a phallic stage. Okay, phallic stage means the suckling of the breast. Okay, this the same kind of need the person gets when he is in his adulthood. Okay, a similar kind of need with the opposite sex. So if the phallic stage is not complete, the person may have that thoughts of completing it later on. It happens like this. How to overcome if someone is not married? What do you want to overcome, or what someone wants to overcome if not married? Clinginess. See, again, clinginess is going to go away. Yes, addictions can be a part of inner child. Yes, because some children, they, yes, some children, they become highly risk takers, or they become very active sexually at a very early age. This can be because of childhood trauma, childhood, if they have not got enough attention. Okay, if they are neglected, people who are often neglected, and people who had a lot of fights, they saw a lot of fights among their parents. It happens. Just 2 to 3 minutes again. We are ending the session. Punitha Jyoti is giving very nice input that negative thoughts and thinking should be avoided. Very nice input. Again 1 or 2 minutes. We are ending the session. Please be a part of the WhatsApp group. Again, I'm saying everything will be shared there. Just 1 or 2 minutes. Okay. So if you want me to end the session, type end. Else, ask a question. If you want me to end the session, type end. If you aren't able to fulfill our Arpita, yes, and then changes. Yeah, you see, it's not something to worry about that it's completely getting devastated. Nothing can be changed. No, it's not like this. Everything can be changed. But again, there is no one to blame here. It's not your parents to be blamed. It's not you to be blamed. It's just the circumstances. Okay, you just need to accept it. Forgive the people who are involved, and everything can be changed. Even if you're 60-year-old and you have inner child, you can still heal it. Okay, we are ending the session. Type end very quickly. Fixations. See, again, everything is linked by mind, body, soul, childhood, environment, then personality disorders. Everything is linked. Okay, so what is actually causing your issue has to be studied when you visit a counselor somewhere and then have a discussion. Okay, that is going to happen then. Okay, so I thank Yash Kumar. I thank Arpita. I thank Reena. Thank Prarthana, Raj, Anita, Ankita for being present in the session, for giving such nice inputs. All of you, I learned a lot from all of you. And yes, and again, the next sessions would be announced in the WhatsApp group. Thank you all for being a part of this, giving me your time. Okay, and again, thank you all. We'll meet again in another session. See you all. Have a nice evening. Good night, all of you. Bye bye.
अच्छी थी। सुबह से बोल रहा हूँ ना, कल कुछ नहीं करूँगा। थकावट हो गई।
जो भी देखना है, जो भी करना है, लेट के करो, फिर उनको फिर खाओ।
नानी बन गई। क्या है सुसु सुसु की बात?
सुसु नहीं है, तुलसी भी ना, अपने बाल उस पे रखो के शायद।